You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, we're ready. We're rolling.
Let-
How we all doing, everyone? This is Movies and Beyond. Not very high energy today because I'm tired. And so is Kyle. Look how tired Kyle is. Yeah, so tired. How we doing, Kyle? Good. Had a good couple of days. Obviously, we haven't spoken since Wednesday, I don't think. But we're here now. And it's Fantastic Friday. We are going to be talking about the Fantastic Four and what Jeff Snyder has been saying. He's done a podcast recently. If you don't know Jeff Snyder, he's a very reliable scooper, let's say. He scoops the shit and flings the shit, and people hear the shit. So this is just all going to be about Fantastic Four, but we broke it up a bit. And one thing we've been speculating about for a while, Kyle, is the time period. And yeah, apparently it will be in the 60s, and then they will get placed into 2025 by the end of the film. So, what do you think about a Fantastic Four film set in the 60s?
Well, they've done it before, a film that's been set in the past, and then the character shows up in present day. We don't see
They've
this
done it
character
twice.
for- Yeah, exactly. So
why not do it again?
do it again. Set it back a bit.
I'll fucking do it again.
Fucking do it again. Yeah, just do it again. It worked. It's cool. It'll be a different take on it. Like, kind of explain why they've been so. Yeah.
And it kind of explains Doctor Strange's comment to Reed Richards in the 838, where it was something about the 60s. So, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. One thing I'd still love to see, though, is Reed Richards come to the modern time and just still be, like, the smartest man, in the universe.
He probably will be.
And just, like, not having to adjust to anything or how anything works because it's stuff he's already thought of or had, like, in demo in the 60s.
Yeah, they like see something. It's like, oh, I did a theory or prototype or something like that.
Yeah.
Real, like a satellite or something like high end.
Or maybe like a shitty comment like, "Oh, you guys have only got this far in how many years?" Like something like that.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
So I think it would work great in the 60s. I love that, time displacement sort of thing after.
I just hope that the CGI isn't wonky, because like, you look at certain films and when they do like old time period, they put like a weird filter on it to make it seem vintage. Captain America did it and it really pissed me off. Just have the film look as make it look natural. Don't put like some fucking Instagram filter on it to make it look more old fashioned. It's one thing that really annoyed me.
Yeah, no, but I think the 60s will work. This also makes sense. So get out of there. This also makes sense for where they've been. And the Fantastic Four could have, just appear in the current timeline from the 60s, and it's been like that for them.
Yeah.
So, interested to see this happen. And I think it probably will happen. But next thing we're going to be talking about is all casting. But I wanted to start with the stuff that seems like he said is pretty much a lock. So, we've talked about this before. But not Johnny Storm. Vanessa Kirby did accept the offer before the strike. And no, Joseph Quinn here from Stranger Things. And he's got a little part in Game of Thrones in season 7, if you can remember that.
I can't.
He's the guy.
I can.
He's the guy at the gate who tries to stop Arya from getting into Winterfell.
Yes, I do recognise him. Yeah.
But have you seen Stranger Things season 4? I believe.
No. I wanted to. I liked his character in the first episode. I just couldn't get into it. I do want to watch it. I just never really round to it.
I thought you were great in it. And
yeah, no, I heard he's like the best part of it.
Yeah, So if they're gonna get him as Johnny Storm, hell yeah. And we've said it before as well. Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm. I do really want to see that. And what's your take on this now? Obviously, after seeing, the last time we talked about this, it was before we saw Dead Reckoning Part 1. So what are your thoughts on this now that you have seen Dead Reckoning?
Very small part in it.
Yeah.
So, I guess, yeah, it looks... I don't really know, because she's very blunt in the movie, to be completely honest. But, I mean, it could, yeah, I'm pretty sure it'd work fine. She's blonde, like,
Oh,
so...
but spoiler breakdowns with Kyle. Did you notice Vanessa Kirby is blonde? Because I sure as fuck didn't.
You can't ask me if she's able to become a certain character based off of a tiny little role in a film.
Well, you seen Hobbs and Shaw?
I don't even fucking remember if she was in that.
She's like the main female lead, isn't it?
I barely remember anything of that film.
That is the best Fast and Furious film.
Yeah, I know, and I remember that the most.
But yeah, no, I think so. Yeah, Vanessa Kirby accepted before the strike. I'm pretty sure they sent an offer out to Joseph Quinn before the strike. So he might have accepted, might not. Another name that got thrown out there for Johnny Storm, Human Torch, is I'll say the name. You might not know who it is, but when I tell you who they play, you'll go, "Oh yeah." Jack Quaid, Huey from The Boys, as Human Torch.
I mean, maybe. Can he pull off that cocky persona? I mean, the guy's a great actor. You got to give him that. He was the not so nice other candidate in the Hunger Games, where he played as like the sort of the bully kind of thing. He was the not so nice contender in that film. So then when I saw him in as Huey, as this sort of like more scrawny, weaker type of character, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool that he's done that. So yeah, probably I can't see it, like I couldn't see that, but that just shows how good of an actor he is.
Yeah.
So probably, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, I would prefer Jack Quaid over Joseph Quinn. But it seems like it's going more in the direction of Joseph Quinn, which I love Joseph Quinn. I thought he was great in Stranger Things Season 4. So, if it goes to him, all the best. Another thing, just quick. I think this is more of a, because it seems like there was casting Reed and Sue at the same time before, but now it looks like they've gone and cast the siblings instead first. So could you see these two being siblings?
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, I think it would work as well. So yeah, great. If this is true, which I'm pretty sure we're at, like once the strike is lifted, I'm pretty sure we're going to find out exactly who our Fantastic Four is. But all for Vanessa Kirby, all for Joseph Quinn. And Kyle, we're going to be talking about Mr. fucking Fantastic.
Who is it this week?
One more fantastic fucking time. Oh, it's not just one, Kyle. It's 3 names.
Oh my
God. It's down to 3 people now. And Marvel ain't giving up. On Marvel's shortlist still is Adam Driver. So, the 3 they're looking at, Dev Patel, Matt Smith, Adam Driver.
Bill Cosby.
Now, if Bill Cosby had the powers of Mr. Fantastic, he would have been a lot more, successful. Think about the bar. He could have just gone along the bar and stretched his arm across and just dropped loads of pills in all the drinks and then got his arm back. And then just think that's a whole line of victims. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Bill Cosby. As much as I'd like to. Maybe, one day we'll start Cosby Talk. Who knows? But until then, we're going to talk about Reed Richards one more fucking time.
I don't know what's more insane, the fact that we're talking about doing a bit for Bill Cosby,
We,
or the
Kyle,
fact that we're talking about Mr. Fantastic and who's being cast as him.
Kyle,
Again,
we will never talk about Bill Cosby. So, yeah. But
I will. You certainly will.
it's not really my style. But what? It's
Oh my
not
god.
something I would like to talk about when I say Bill Cosby's not my style.
Stop saying your style. Just stop. It sounds bad.
I don't know how that could sound bad.
Because it's like you don't like his style of doing. Like you don't like. I don't really like his style. It's just like it's
Now
not a
Ted
style.
Bundy, that's a man I can get behind. Anyway,
Oh my god.
out of these three, Kyle, I think Adam Driver is no. You know, we heard he read the script, he didn't really like the script, and he didn't really connect with the character. But Marvel still really want him. My thing is, if he don't want you, then don't. I don't know why they're trying to go after an actor who probably wouldn't give it their all for the role. So for me, it really does come down to between Dev Patel and Matt Smith. So who would you rather out of them?
I don't know who the other guy is. So
Dev Patel, Slumdog Millionaire. He's the Green Knight as well. He did that a couple of years ago. He's fucking really talented. Really fucking talented.
I still don't know who he is. So I'm just basing it off of what I know. And obviously I know, Matt Smith and the way he is. So just I know a bit more about the roles he's played and stuff. So I think probably I'd pick him. I mean, he could be like that energetic. We could see like a different version of Reed Richards, maybe like not such a serious one as we have in the past.
So who do you prefer then out of Adam Driver and Matt Smith then?
Matt Smith, because he could be quite fun. Adam Driver is very serious, and that's all you'd get from this character is just seriousness.
What about Matt the Radar Technician?
Maybe, yeah, maybe if he, I feel like his jokes would be kind of like he wouldn't have like a smile in them. It'd
Yeah.
just be very like he'd like tell a joke and be like, or he'd say something funny and not react to it in any way. So I guess, but I feel like Matt Smith would have a bit more fun with it.
Yeah,
But
my top pick is Matt Smith as well.
but then again, that's why Johnny Storm's there. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
so. I don't know. I see both of them doing it really, really well. I
I
think I'd like to see Adam Driver go have another crack at being a villain. What
Oh well,
villain?
we're gonna get onto that. We're gonna get onto that.
Yeah. So I like both ideas. I could see both. I can't really see not Adam. I can't really see Matt Smith as being a villain because he's already been a villain in not the MCU, but a very particular Marvel movie. One of the
The best.
it is held as the movie of all time.
Yes. And
Um,
by far the best Morbius film.
it is our movie of all time.
Yeah.
That's the quote I read. So yeah, I kind of much prefer to see Adam Driver as a villain.
Yeah. So yeah, if if you'd have asked me this a year ago, Matt Smith or Adam Driver, I'd have gone Adam Driver, but after House of the Dragon, man. Matt Smith the whole way. He really acted his ass off in that, and it's gone noticed. It's got him onto this list. I think we can still confidently say our number one choice would be John Krasinski. But if we're not getting that, then fair enough. Fair enough. But let's move on to his best friend, The Thing. He has been cast. But they don't know who. But he has been cast. So, Who do you think it could be? Do you think it
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen? I know you really want this.
You know, realistically, I think it would be a good chance of happening. I mean, he's like, you don't really know this if you're not like us, but he's he's had his hands in a lot of things and a lot of good
Yeah,
things lately.
but he has
And he's
recently done an interview this week. I didn't read it, but I saw the headline of why he said he would never. He says why he would never work with DC or Marvel. But I don't know if that was in like a producing sort of way, like he does with the boys, or because let's be honest, if he did Ben Grimm, he'd just have to commit to voice acting.
Exactly. Like.
So maybe, but I think they are going to go with David Diggs. He's been attached to this since the beginning. He's like the one name that stayed consistent. Johnny Storm's changed, Sue Storm's changed, Mr. Fantastic's changed, but in all them changes, David Diggs has been nailed to the thing. Obviously, they're going after a Jewish actor because Ben Grimm's Jewish, David Diggs is Jewish, but then again, I'm pretty sure Seth Rogen is Jewish, so maybe, Kyle, maybe all your dreams will come true. Is that all you want in life?
That's all I want. Like, I want this more than Toby being Spider-Man. I want this more than, I need this.
You just need it more than anything.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping it happens for you. I really do. I just don't think it will, but I hope it. I hope it happens, but I don't think it will. I'm sorry.
Funny him just like kicking ass and just laughing.
Yeah.
Just fucking chucking him.
And let's get on to the villains. Let's wrap this motherfucker up. This has just been a fantastic episode. But saying at the beginning of the week when we was talking about Cillian Murphy, saying he would do it if if the script was good. But I said in that video, I actually don't think Doom is going to be the villain in this film.
James Franco.
No, it's Silver Surfer and Galactus. Silver Surfer being played by Ebon Marsh Bacharach. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. And Galactus being played by Antonio Banderas. Obviously, Antonio Banderas, he's done so much. He's a great...
Puss in Boots.
Exactly. Do you know what? I ain't seen that new Puss in Boots film.
Well, I've heard it's fucking
I've
amazing.
heard it's fantastic. So I do need to see it. But... Kyle...
Pretty sure he voiced Ezio, didn't he?
I think he did.
I think he did.
Ebon Marsh. You might recognise him.
I recognise him. I just don't know what from.
So,
oh wait, isn't he in the Star Wars show?
I'm surprised you got that. I'm surprised. I was gonna
he's
bring
in
that.
The Bear as well.
The Bear. Have you been watching that?
No, but I mean,
I've heard great things, so I think I might start watching that pretty soon.
I want to jump on that.
It might be our new Atlanta.
I think it will be. They're quite short episodes.
Yeah. But so yes, he was in Andor. He played one of the guys on Aldani, I believe it was one of the rebels on Aldani. So yeah, I'm surprised you got that because he is Micro in Punisher. The first season of Punisher, the guy on.
I've only seen the first season once.
The guy in the chair. Pretty
Yeah.
much his sidekick throughout like the whole thing.
Yeah, I remember he had a sidekick. I just can't remember who it was.
So he played Micro in Punisher. I'm actually really surprised you got the Andor reference and not the Punisher one. But so
Seen him more recently.
it is it's pretty much nearly confirmed that Antonio Banderas will be playing Galactus. But for Ebon, this is more speculation on Jeff Snyder's part because he knows he's not playing the Thing. If you know what I mean, because he was rumored a week ago to be playing the Thing, but he knows he's not playing the Thing. So Jeff Snyder's kind of put two and two together and gone, I think he is playing the Silver Surfer. So, apart from the casting, what do you think of Galactus and Silver Surfer actually being the villains of this first Fantastic Four film?
A lot.
You think a lot. Kyle has many thoughts about this.
No, it's a lot for the first film. Like it's it should be about the Fantastic Four. Really, it should focus on them. Have a bit of a good villain, but having two of these characters that are both very Silver Surfer's more the complex, and then Galactus is just
Hungry.
just crazy. Yeah. So
Hungry.
I think it's a lot because we haven't even been introduced to them, properly. Like this is their introduction movie, so I feel like they should have like a villain that's, let's say just as good as the Vulture or Loki or something like that. But this just feels very like. I honestly thought Galactus was going to be like the next big bad. I thought he was going to be like, he was going to be the next big thing, maybe. But obviously, they've got to do something that can span, obviously, a load of films. So I can see Galactus and Silver Surfer being a part. Maybe Silver Surfer being a part of, multiple movies, not just this one.
Well, maybe Galactus
definitely
is like an overarching villain.
could be, yeah.
Yeah, I think they kind of wanted to go in the opposite direction as well because the past two iterations of Fantastic Four started with Doctor Doom. I think they kind of want to do it a bit differently and just go, no, Doom comes later. And that's what I think. I think they've got bigger plans for Doom than just Fantastic Four.
Yeah, no, well, he's a prominent character, isn't he? So
this is my comic knowledge failing here. You might be able to help me out a bit. I don't know many other villains for the Fantastic Four other than Silver Surfer, Galactus, and Doom.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah, so it's like they had to pick one. You know what I mean? And if they picked like a relatively unknown villain, then people would have been. I think people would have been really pissed off with that.
I don't think they would have because they made, like I said, Marvel. Like I said before, Marvel are good at making these, C-list and below characters in their comics and making them A-listers. So they picked one that's like absurdly crazy or whatever. Like I don't know. Let's just say that I don't know. This is just me making one up here. Full disclosure. So, but let's just say there was I don't know, like a man that turned into a frog or something, but had
Kyle,
telekinetic powers.
There's a man or woman who can mimic the powers of the Fantastic Four and do them all at once.
Oh, that's a fucking stupid idea. Anyways,
it isn't it? It really is. I wish someone would have seen that.
But let's just say for the sake of it, let's just say this guy could only turn into like animals or some shit like that.
Do you
and he had like
realise
telekinetic powers. I'm just making up bullshit here. What?
Do you realise what you're saying is dumber than the ending of Secret Invasion?
No, but let's say like Peacemaker. Peacemaker is a very absurd character in the DC universe.
Do you know what? I've seen a take the other day that Peacemaker is the better version of Secret Invasion.
It literally is. When you think about it, it literally is. But that's what I mean. Like they could have just picked something completely absurd and made it a bit more grounded, give it some depth, give a good director to the film, and Bob's your uncle. You've got a great villain now you can use in the MCU.
What frog telekinetic man?
Literally.
Rip it and rip it.
No, but I'm saying like maybe like he doesn't turn into just a frog, he turns into other animals or some shit like that. It's just a stupid idea. I'm just spitballing, but that's my point. Is just it can be something very absurd.
It could be called Spitball.
I'm pretty sure there's a. Isn't that fucking the one with the in the Spider-Man game? She's that really annoying.
No, that's Screwball.
Fucking same thing.
Fuck Screwball.
Yeah.
So.
But that's what. But anyways, like I said, I ideally I'd like them to do something a bit more absurd and choose something we don't even know about, because the Fantastic Four are very well known. So why not add a bit of unknown to it instead of just rehashing what you've already done? I feel like that would have been like a nice bold approach to their first movie, and then have like a post-credit scene where it connects to the further MCU. You know, do it like they did with Captain America. They didn't bring him to the the thingy to like the very end. So
Yeah.
To the modern world.
What are you gonna do if Galactus is a cloud in this?
Gonna burn every IMAX cinema in a 10-mile radius.
Okay, that'll just be probably one then.
Yeah.
No, not that impressive actually. Like it could be like mistaken as an
I
accident.
will take on a course. I will take on a course. Right, get a college degree. I'll go to university for this shit. I'll learn how to do hacking. I'll hack into cinema and I'll play. I'll just play Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer and when they go see the film.
Hell yeah. You know they need to play with us a bit when Galactus gets introduced. They need to have like a cloud in front of him, and then he reveals himself from behind it.
That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, I'd like that a lot. But yeah, I think for the first, like,
I'm just picturing that now. It's a shot of like Silver Surfer in space talking to someone, and then it turns over and it's just a big cloud and nebula in space.
Yeah.
And then it slowly
reveals,
turns, and then it reveals. That's. Kevin Feige, if you're watching, take that idea, go for it.
Run with it, Kevin. Run with it.
I mean, he's Kevin's, he does listen to his fans.
Kevin is watching.
Do you remember that interview we did where he's like, "Are we ever going to see like a movie or a show where we see
a Bucky and Sam road trip?"
Yeah, and it's like a road trip. Hey, that's not a bad idea.
And then poof, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Wow.
Yeah. So, no. I think that'll do us for today, Kyle. Obviously, I've managed to make a fantastic Friday. I think it should be our goal to speak about the Fantastic Four every Friday.
I mean, we're talking about it every week, so
this is twice this week now.
Yeah.
So
not the same, but it's consistent every week.
Yeah. So I'm thrilled about that. So yeah, I'd have liked to have done this yesterday because it all got released yesterday, but it was a bit too late to start putting stuff together.
Yeah.
So yeah, but anyway.
It is
what it is. Is what it is. And now you're going to subscribe because we're on 29 subscribers. And when we hit 30, Kyle's going to let me punch him in the nuts and film it. Aren't you, Kyle?
I hear you.
You're going to let me punch you in the nuts.
Are you talking? Or are you just messing with me?
Nah, you can hear me.
Alright, you just messing with me now.
Yeah, you can hear me.
Oh, I can hear you?
Yeah, you can hear me.
Oh,
yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. So, when we get to 30 subscribers, Kyle will let me punch him in the nuts.
Oh, you've gone out again.
At full
I think
pelt.
it's my headset.
So, if you want to see that, like, subscribe, share, show us to your mother. Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, exactly. Even Kyle wants it. He's saying subscribe.
Yeah. I'm just mimicking Callum. I know you're speaking right now, but I'm just mimicking what you're doing. So
right. Well,
I think that's what you're doing. I'm lip reading it.
You do it. You sign us out. Right. Stop being fucking weird, or I'll come down to yours because I know your mum's not in, and I'll break your legs. No? Yeah? Mate.
End the show.
End the show. I'm going to end the show. Like, subscribe, share, definitely like, definitely subscribe if you want to see Kyle get punched in the nuts. So, yeah. See you all
Weird
later.
that